Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the VOD. Starting a bit later today. Had some things I had to take care of this morning and afternoon. But yeah, we made it. Made it in. Gonna do another development stream. And yeah, welcome in everybody. Had a bit of a call this morning with Sean and Ollie, and had some other things to take care of. But we're here. Hello everybody. We could do like a giveaway, potentially. Lots of streams, yeah. So I actually was doing some work off the stream. I can show kind of what I was doing, but let's get one out of the way now. Yeah. I'm doing good. It's been like a bit of a long day. Like, I woke up pretty early, like 6:30, 6 in the morning actually. Been up since 6 in the morning. It's time to do some late afternoon, early evening design work. See if I can get a few things done. Wanted to start stream earlier, but I just kept having things come up. So, but it's good. It's good. Got some good stuff done off the stream, and you decide on loot rolling or system. It's gonna be chaos with increased population. Well, you can roll. You can use random/random. And then that's pretty much all there is for now, but should be sufficient. People ninja loot, you can always petition, so. Do I realize what time it is? Yeah. It's time for everybody to go home from work. Almost. Day's almost over already. What happens following a petition where someone has found to have ninja looted? Somebody's found to have ninja looted, we kind of just confiscate the item, and then can like award it to whoever was supposed to get it. We can punish the person if we feel it's necessary. You know, I might need this might be a second Kirkland day for sure. Like I'm trying to avoid it just so I can go to bed at a normal time. But man. What's the plan for today? I'm kind of thinking about looking at the alpha patch notes. I mean, they're kind of old now, but I wonder, do I just wait? Should look. Trying to remember what was the event, like the last patch note stream I did. Yeah, like I had a bunch of stuff going on earlier, so. Haste question. SK Aura gives haste, but it doesn't say if it's primary or secondary, like Bard songs. Any chance we could get the description added for that? Yeah. So I think right now it's I have to check. It's called Unholy, right? Let me check. I think it's just its own thing right now, to be honest. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's like its own thing right now, but I kind of have to revise that. But I think it stacks even with secondaries currently. Hey, welcome in everybody. Thanks for the watch streaks, Devised and Jorius. What's up, Tillis? Yeah, it's not primary, but it's not secondary either. And it's not really like it's. We're gonna have to revise a couple things because we're changing the way haste works a little bit, so that you can stack hastes, but you only ever get one of the primary, secondary, tertiary, essentially. What are we working on today? Yeah, we gotta figure that out. I'm kind of thinking, kind of want to go over the patch notes, but I'm trying to remember what I even. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up the video. So there hasn't been a patch in the last. Like since yesterday. It's just we never really went over the notes. I just want to see where we left off with that. I think it was the 31st. Yeah. I guess I can. Let's see. Is item haste primary? Item haste is its own thing too. It stacks with all that. Stacks with all this ability haste. Saw you play as Rakkin the other day. Any chance it'll be playable? There's a chance. There's always a chance, but no plans right now. What's up, Crowvan? What's up, Nightburn? Don't bring the lawyers out? Yeah. Any advancements in the crafting system? I know it's been talked about adding stats to blacksmith gear. Is there going to be tailored leather armor with stats that can be crafted? Oh, that's a good task. So I've got to start adding some blacksmithing and tailoring, leatherworking armor pieces. We're gonna have some like special pieces that you can craft that are stat, but it's not gonna be like an all-encompassing thing where you can just get like full stat gear. It's only gonna be a limited amount of slots. 15 more minutes till I could be sad at home that there's no Eminem to be played instead of at work. And sad there's no Eminem to be played. Woo. Get poisons in game? Yeah. Soon. Tinkering, yeah. Tinkering will be a fun one. Any chance for a gem bag with the mining one, but there's so many gems that those fill up fast. The mining one doesn't cover it? I'm trying to, think. Yeah. Just in copper, I have a bag, full bag of just gems. Then another of copper and rocks, etc. I mean, I think it's probably reasonable to add one of those. Mining bag fills up super fast with different kinds of gems. I have a full bank character, and all that's in it is gems. They are heavy space users. Yeah, there is a lot of different kinds of gems, and then there's obviously different tiers of gems. So yeah, I could see that adding up pretty quick. You guys think it would be... Hey, tank tops are nasty. Welcome in. Thanks for the 20 watch streak. Do you guys think that it would be cool if you could, like break down gems into, like, lower tiers? What's up, J-Pop? You guys like that? Not gem dust, per se. I mean, that could be a thing, but... I mean, like... breaking them down to the lower tier below it. Roderick Cube gems, yeah. Yeah, okay. Sounds good, Zest. What's up, Arohini? Oh my god. What's up, Valerie? Alright, let me look at these, like, patch notes. Maybe there isn't, like, a whole ton of stuff. Yeah, it's there. I don't know if there's enough for... Yeah, I think I'll hold off to the next patch, because it's just... There wasn't, like, a ton of stuff. What's up, Cool Jim? Yeah, I bet, Stinzo. Yeah, it does give you some decisions to make, right? Is there a mail system or some way to transfer items between characters on the same account? There will be a shared bank system. Thanks, Verity. Did the Make Gnomes Even Sillier patch go in yet? What's that patch gonna be? Banks aren't connected, are there? They are right now, but they will be decoupled pretty soon. Banks are gonna be regional. Location-specific banks. Shared banks will also be, location-based. Oh, they aren't. Okay, then did that already happen? Might as well test it. Uh-oh. Dev server is not feeling so hot. If I'm being honest with you. Oh, there. Okay, so I got some weapons in the bank. It's funny, I don't remember putting these in the bank. Alright. Zone 2 Evershade. I bet J9. Oh, man. Yeah, I think using the go-to command is like busted or something. Can I see these guys now? I'm gonna just reload the zone. Sorry, Lasava. Nah, it's a bug. Oh my gosh. Gotta increase my faction artificially here. Okay, yeah, banks are still global. What's up, Gloomkin? Welcome in. Yeah, I don't know, man. This might be a second Kirkland angle. I'm thinking about it. Any thoughts on a dye system for crafted armors, like how old EQ did? Yeah, we're not gonna do dyes. We don't want dyes, yeah. glad you made it, Ryan's Devil. Yeah, I think I get a coffee, man. Like, I think that might be needed. I'm already like 11 hours into my day. That's crazy. All right, let's pull up the old Notepad++ file. Let's do that. So today, now you guys weren't here for it, but we increased the negative resist modifier for lures. We so we put the druid AoE line in last night, but we kind of roughed in the values. Same with we expanded the wizard line as well, the AoE line. So we balanced that out. Then I was so just like fried yesterday, I didn't even think to make the AoE line for druids something other than the Moonfire. So today I changed it to lightning. And yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. Somebody DM'd me. Was it Rambo? I'm trying to remember who DM'd me. But Restorative Smite was had an issue where it was like proccing too many times. So that's been resolved as well. Made it so fire elemental NPCs all like glow, like they have a torch basically. So that's in addition to like what they already did from the shader. And then I don't know if this was last night after this. I don't know when this was, but I think this was either last night or today sometime. Made it so Rip, I don't know if it was like intentionally stacking too much. Like you could stack it with yourself, or like one pet could stack it with itself multiple times. So I put in some protections against like this potentially stacking, but it still should stack from different pets, but not the same pet. Yeah, thematic change to lightning for druid. Oh, another thing I gotta do with that is go over here. Lightning, lightning, lightning. Wait. Did I just never delete this ability? These abilities? That's kind of funny. Go away. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna make this outdoors only. Where is that flag? Must be outdoor. Alright. Morning, Runwell. What's up, Valenthus? Nick, do you think wizards will be attractive to groups for leveling? I think so. Like, it doesn't hurt. It certainly doesn't hurt. And then you bring spell haste. You bring more spell damage. It's nice for a group with casters in it, especially. And yeah, I think if you want some damage, yeah. Will wizards be able to quad kite with that AoE? A friend of mine always plays wizard in EQ and will be happy if it is. Yeah, that's pretty much why it's there. It's a quad kite spell. How's deep races coming along? They're going well. Would you consider making some type of flash heal for healing classes? Feels like I would want a faster casted heal. Potentially, yeah. Like, I did increase the speed of heals a while back so that they're no longer than a few seconds, even at the higher ranks. Yeah, agreed, Harkaj. There's an AoE fast heal for cleric. Yeah, instant cast. Oh, you guys want to see something cool? I'll show you something cool. Want to see how, you guys know the frontal cone ability for paladins? The Unleash the Light. It's a frontal cone mez. Yeah, you like that, Nimdork? Came up with that all on my own. So, let me show you what that looks like. Yeah, it's a fun one. Hey, there's no sound effect, though. That could be resolved. Unleash the light. Oh, we might have to go through some sound effects, too. Yeah, there's no sound effect here. All right, let's go through some sound effects real quick. Actually, some of these are not used. What's it? Oh, okay, I remember. Okay. Could that be the one? That the second one there. That might be the one. Yeah, the ending, yeah. It's not used, I'm sure of it. The second one there sounds like an impact for sure. Yeah, a lot of them. What does fear sound like again? Oh God. That was pretty funny. Yeah. What's the second part of that sound like? Fire? What do you think about the global cooldown? I think it's way too long to facilitate fluid play with your fingers on a keyboard. Really? Like the spells specifically? I think that's it. Yeah. There's more spell effects. I actually have to put them in there, but in general, they're all spell sounds that I didn't make test spells for them. And they are all used, I'm pretty sure. Like the charge, armor break. What was it called? Armor break? Armor. What's it called? Yeah. Armor break. Oh, I don't have a weapon. Oh, come on, man. I just got on. Well, Grit was a good run. So yeah, I'm thinking E1. So it was called E1. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. Let's go. Unleash the light. Cast hit E1. Yeah, I saw it, Skirmish. I need to I'm still catching up on some of my stuff today, but I'll send him a message. Okay, unleash the light. Wait. That was weird. Why is it so delayed? What if I do it for the casting sound? Let's try that instead. Come on, do it before the server goes down. Ah, there we go. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll see you next time. GG. A little 31-minute stream. Just do one little thing. Nah. Alright, let me restart the client. Patch. It was a good one, guys. It was fun while it lasted. Alright, yeah, there is a patch. We'll patch real quick. Nick, can you give more information about how the late game will be like? Really depends on what you want to make of the late game. Do you want to, trade skills? Do you want to do raid stuff? Do you want to do difficult group content? Do you want to do more casual group content where maybe you're just farming, like you potentially farm currency. You could do some harder currency farming camps, like, you can just like help people out, like, you know, you could focus on trading, farming currency through trading. I mean, it's really just make your end game, really. Yeah, create alts. Do epic quests. End game epic quests. Yeah, it is what you make of it, really. So, but yeah, there will be end game content available, obviously. So, both like the grouping and rating variants. Well, that'll depend on you, Santa Pass. If you want to be in the game and playing the game, there'll be things to do. But if it's like, I just only care about progressing my character all the time, and like, then people are probably gonna just raid log, right? Like, but there's gonna be stuff that you can do in a group setting, so you don't need to just raid, you know? Like, you're gonna want to do other stuff. Is this gonna be another 10-hour stream? There's no shot. I really like. I gotta get, like, I'm really. I might just go get that Kirkland, man. I am a little bit fried, to be honest. 12 hours? Oh God. Now we'll get at least a few hours in. Crack open a cold Kirk with the boys. I might have to. Nick, when are you gonna do a 24-hour code stream? Oh God. It's been a minute since I've done a 24-hour stream. I'm getting too old for that. Playtests have been amazing, by the way. I'm glad you've been enjoying them. Little Red Pikmin? Yeah. Love this guy. Alright, let's turn this down a little bit. Did you do 24-hour hot streams? Yeah, I did. I used to do 24-hour hot streams. I used to do 36-hour hot streams, too. Do you imagine a 36-hour stream where I'm just sitting here, like... It's too crazy. Did you catch Quado's stream? Hit that VOD at the end. It's top tier content. Oh man, I should have. I was like, I woke up and he was still streaming, and I was like, dude, what have I done to my sleep schedule? I'm used to being awake for the end of his stream almost. Then I wake up and he's streaming still, and I'm like, oh man. But yeah, I'll check it out. Stream quality seems a bit low when you're running around pixelated. Is it just me? Is it bad? A little bit. Really? Alright, here, what if I move slower? It's a stream thing, not a you thing? Alright. That must be the bitrate or whatever? Is it normally like that? This song? This is the banker theme. It slaps. You say it's Twitch? Okay. Yeah, banking in this game's awesome just because of this music. When I first heard this, I was so happy. To me, it reminds me of like Daggerfall music. Kinda. Like this music could easily be in Daggerfall, and I would just be like, yeah, that's normal. Daggerfall was the best Elder Scrolls. Yeah. I've only done a little bit of Morrowind. I need to like actually do like more. The most I actually played Morrowind was like 11 or 12 years ago. I'm like mid 2010s. And I was just at my a friend's apartment, and they had like it was Xbox, right? Like they had an old Xbox. And I was like, I'm gonna play this because there's nothing going on right now, so I've probably actually played more on the console. It's funnily enough. But I have installed it a couple times on my PC and like messed around and like. Nick, did you also play WoW Classic back in the day? Did you like the game, or you preferred EQ even back in the day? I really liked WoW, but I was still like very, very fond of EverQuest, and like even back in like Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King and stuff, I would talk about EverQuest a lot and be like, dude, EverQuest was so goated, like. And then like I started playing on EQ emulators, like while Wrath of the Lich King, we're still playing Wrath of the Lich King, OG Wrath of the Lich King. And I was like trying to get people from Conquest to come play. I was ahead of my time. Because like EQ emulator and like Project 1999, all that stuff picked up like in a big way. I remember the EQ Classic emulator was supposed to be the big thing. And then Project 1999 formed. But everyone was waiting for EQ Classic. And then Project 1999 came instead. Which I initially was like hesitant about, because I was like, okay, yeah, but it's like the newer client. Which I was like, meh. I wanted that old school client. But then Project 1999 actually, you know, came to fruition and stuff and made experience better and better over time, so. What guild were you in on P99? I've been in a lot of them. Put it that way. A lot of the big ones. Nice. Nice. CS Mass. Would I main an EQ? The first like true main was a druid back in the day, and then I boxed a ogre warrior as well. So I was a druid warrior boxer, and then I also had a rogue, and then on P99 green I also made a rogue. Nick is bis-slotted everything. I do have a pretty nice rogue, put it that way, on green. Glad that Eminem exists because the future of EQ is looking very grim. I mean, I'm sure it'll be around, right? Like, I don't think it's going anywhere per se, but yeah, but I mean, people are definitely disenfranchised a bit with it, right? Sorry to hear that, Tabatin. Sounds like you got caught up in like the wrong place at the wrong time kind of situation. That's messed up. What's up, Born in Chaos? Just kind of running around. All right, maybe I should take a look at something. PLPs every year keeps the game going. Chrono Sales and RMT keep it going. They make bank on Chrono Cash Shop. Ranger procs, please. What's been your favorite class to work on? Talking about classes, all of them are really I've enjoyed working on. Trying to think. It's fun just solving like problems and like figuring out how to do certain things with classes. I had to pick a favorite. I have to pick a favorite. I don't know. I can't answer. I don't know. I've had fun with making all of them. Rotocan, welcome in. Thanks for the Prime. Appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Can we make backstab / ambush feel like backstab? What do you mean feel? Like damage-wise, or? Yeah, like picking your favorite child, basically, yeah. How am I doing today? I'm doing alright, like... I had an I got up pretty early, so I'm like a little bit like, kinda maybe needing some caffeine. I think I should just bite the bullet and grab the caffeine, and then, try to get some work done. Pull this up real quick. Oh, so this is done. I'll get rid of that. All right, yeah. I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna grab that Kirkland real quick. See if I can get energized. Backstab does kind of feel low in the lower / mid levels. I've only had one Kirkland, but I had a pretty early morning. I only slept 6 hours, so yeah. Maybe I'll take a look at the HP and AC buff lines, because I started to look at that yesterday. God, where is everything? This document is getting way too cluttered. Alright, this is what I need. Time for a new tab, yeah. What's your guys' plan to make understanding your stats as a new player be understandable? Do I want more strength or dex as a beastmaster? Do I want wisdom? We're gonna give some information on the stats. We're gonna put it in character creation. So, yeah, there'll be more information there. I can't remember. Do we see deep classes on EA or later on 1.0? So deep elves and deep gnomes will appear in the first module. So like around 3-ish months, like maybe 3 to 4 months after EA launch. And you'll see the deep elf city, and you'll see like a whole deep themed expansion. But then deep dwarves will come later on in EA. Closer to 1.0. What's up, Tiki Torch? How's it going, buddy? Welcome in. You plan to show monk damage / delay? I don't think we have any plans. Like, but that doesn't mean we won't. We just don't like. It's not on our minds really at the moment. Oh, we did add support for hand-to-hand weapons. So we could do some hand-to-hand weapons now, which will be kind of interesting. All right, guys. I will be right back. I'm gonna grab that Kirkland, man. What kind of hand-to-hand weapons? I mean, that's up to us. I mean, it's an item that uses the hand-to-hand skill, so that could be anything that makes sense for it. Any thoughts on Riposte as a class ability or skill for appropriate classes? I mean, I think it definitely makes sense to add, if I'm being honest. I know people have been talking about it. The environment looks so inviting. You want to play? Yeah. It is pretty inviting. I wrote up an outline on what direction I'd like to see Spellblade infusions take. Do you occasionally skim the Discord class forum threads? Yes. Yeah, I need to hit some of the other forums that I haven't looked at recently, but I do read them. I've asked this before, but haven't got an answer quite yet. What exactly were the changes done to Enchanter Charm? Was it just the cast time? What changes? No idea. I think something maybe changed with like some of the formulas or something. I don't know. Not 100% sure. But yeah, I'm gonna grab that Kirkland, man. I need it. I need it. I'll be right back. All right. We're back. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it, guys. Guess that's fine. What do you guys think about the HPAC buffs? Like, should they be pretty comparable? Should they stack? Should they... Should the Druid one be higher AC, but a little bit lower HP? Should the Cleric one be, like, higher HP, lower AC? Like, what do you guys think about that? Clerics need AC buff? Comparable in stack? Like the way EQ did it in Pop? Non-stackable. I say stackable. Stacking is too OP. Stacking for sure. Non-stacking buffs feel bad for whatever class is considered weaker. You think higher end stuff will require one of each class? If so, make them stack. Else it's just slight variations. continue with the consistency of primary and secondary? That's a good point. I would combine the AC buff and damage shield buff for Druid, maybe lower both since it's combined effect. I think it does right now, Creedle, but I don't know that that's gonna last. What's up, Craft? So what kind of ratio, though, do you think? Like, if the cleric is going to be better HP or the druid is going to be better AC, what, like 66-33, like 75-25, you know? Like, well, not 75-25, 75-100, obviously, but... Like 70, like the HP that a druid gives would be 75% of like a cleric, for instance. So I could say, all right, so. This is 1, this is 8, 20, 32, 44, 56. These are levels. And then Woodskin 1, 12. Oh, I just want to get rid of these so this is more consolidated. We don't care about Ranger right now and Paladin. All right. So if Holy Resilience gives 175 at 32, are we saying like maybe like 130? Maybe let's see this. Maybe like 125? 125er? Little 125 action? And then at 44, if you get a 250, say a 175. Our HP pool is going to be relatively small, plus 75 HP between levels 32 and 44. Doesn't seem like a lot on a buff. They are pretty small, yeah. They're kind of small. What's up, Hiko? I'm doing well. I'm a little bit tired, but we've cracked the second Kirkland, and I'm already starting to feel better. Will Goblin be able to start in Troll Town? I was thinking Swamp. You'll have to wait and see. You'll have to wait and see about that one. There is some concept art, though. Just saying. Naked 32 HP? Well, I don't really have that much gear. But... I have 647 HP. So at 32, if I get a... $300 HP, that's like 50% of my life I'm gaining. Yeah, if you stack it, if you get both of them, like you're gaining 50% of your life. Added on. That zone looks so cool. Saving it for later. Yeah, it's becoming more and more fleshed out. Like the quests are coming online and stuff. So. Nick's cold brew should absolutely be an in-game drink. You have 815 HP on your Inquisitor at 20. Yeah, the tanks are definitely gonna have more. And, well, your character's not naked too. Like mine is only wearing AC gear, I think. Well, mostly. Shouldn't be rogue, but that's a cool idea. 50% life increase is OP. AC still feels bad. Some people have been testing it. Doesn't seem like it benefits much. Yeah, that could be the case. We definitely did... I think we nerfed it a lot. Because mobs weren't doing a lot of damage. And, but there was a side effect there, obviously, that the mobs were not doing enough damage because of a bug, potentially. So, maybe buffing AC a bit would be good. So, do you guys feel that that's too aggressive then? The druid getting like... So this is 75% of what the cleric gives. You don't think that's too aggressive? We could do lower. But I think that's good. It's 70%, not 75, but close enough, right? Should be half. 50%. How much is health is average at 32? I mean, like I said, my shaman here has 647. But he's a 17 stamina Andy. Not that that matters much. Like, that's... Can all be balanced later after proper testing. Yeah, fair. Like... The numbers don't really matter that much at this point. I mean they do, kind of, actually, but... Is the idea Cleric and Druid will both get AC and HP with their buff? Yeah. But, the Druid buff will be higher AC, and the Cleric one will be higher HP. That was the thought. In that case, then no, they shouldn't stack. Did the two buffs stack? I was operating under the assumption in this case that they would. In EverQuest, they did not stack, but the symbol line stacked with the druid one, right? So technically there was some stacking possible, but the cleric had to invest a reagent to do so. Cleric shaman and cleric druid should stack. Yes, because symbol was HP only. Ah, so that was the reasoning then, right? Or, well, just whatever weird stacking rules they had. It was because of the AC. Symbol was flat HP. Well, if what people are saying that the AC is not doing so hot at the moment, then maybe it isn't as big of a deal as in M&M. You know what I mean? They do stack. They will each be weaker. If they don't stack, they will be stronger. Ego equals HP plus AC plus symbol. Druid was skin plus AC. Cleric plus symbol. Then why play a tank if AC doesn't count? Well, it counts. It counts. I'm just saying that it's... It might be a little weaker than it's been. Yeah, it could. AC works. It may just need some tuning. Is there a max buff count in M&M? Trying to remember if we actually did do that. I mean, there's probably a theoretical buff count, but... If druids have a lot more variety of buffs, like Sao, stat buffs, etc., then wouldn't it make sense for clerics to have the superior AC and HP buff? I mean, that sounds like sound logic to me, but... Make one buff have higher AC and one have higher HP. The greater effect applies if you don't want them to stack. Ah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so kind of what... Yeah, I see what you're saying, Tableton. That's actually not a bad compromise either. Yeah, that's an interesting too, Fat Guy, Loco. Maybe put some type of hot or regen amplification on the druid HP buff, but only allow half of the cleric HP buff, and there's an AC component. Don't scale AC with level. They don't have to stack if they do the same thing. Hey, Crabchild, thank you for the prime. Welcome in. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Thank you, thank you. They don't have to stack if they do the same thing, so long as the clerics, druids, shamans all have their own unique perks to a party. It's mostly an issue when one is just a better healer and better buffer flat out. Then the other gets left in the dust. Now, based on the current balance, people playing a lot, do you think if they did stack that it would be trivializing at this point? Or do you think it would be welcome? Like, are people hurting for HP, or are they like they're just fine? Like it's too easy, or almost never have a druid and cleric together, so don't think it matters. I think double buffs would make it too easy now that I think about it. Will we be able to tell what buffs are on players eventually? Yeah, you can already. Just get Sense Magic buff, and then you can consider targets, and it'll tell you. Well, the thing with the Ranger buff is you only needed their buff, then you like, all right, Ranger, good job, thank you for the buff. But in M&M, you need the Ranger in your group for the aura. So it's not like you can just buff bot it and then log in a better character or anything, you know? You need to provide that buff to the group if you want it. Oh yeah, trust me. I played a rogue, so I needed my strength of nature. Believe me. I'm sure eventually the UI will get better for displaying buffs and information, but it all depends on what's the priority. And so, like, that'll come eventually. It just depends on when. Like the UI list, task list is just, it's vast. There's a lot of stuff. And our UI programmer also helps with other areas outside of UI. So it's, you know. Yeah, call the predator. Yeah. SON and COTP. Be like, hey, can I get a... And you always had to get Strength of Nature in the top slot, because if it was one of the mobs that dispelled and you needed your little Grimoire earring to replace it. Brells? I don't remember. Is that in Velius era? I don't remember that. What era is that? Luckland, yeah. I don't remember the last time I even played Luckland. I played a lot of P99 Green. I know a lot of you guys are playing Luckland now on Quarm. You started your P99 Green journey? Nice. You can always start your P99 Green journey tomorrow when we do all Gnome Necros. What's up, Stone Listic? Is there any negative to giving Cleric AC plus HP and combining DS with an AC buff into one for Druid? Gives them identity. Can even have a longer lasting damage shield than, say, Elementalist. 30-minute buff. Yeah, so I don't want the damage shield to be a long duration. That's the problem, I think, there. I think if a damage shield was long duration, then the game would just be too easy. You'd just be constantly killing everything. Could combine AC and Strength into one. Yeah, that is fair. Could do that. But I also wouldn't mind if there is a few buffs that you have to do, right? Like, I know I combined the Shaman one, but even there, I feel like you have your Shaman buff and you've got regen. I still feel like there needs to be more there, a little bit. What level are your all Gnome Necros? Most of us are 8, but I think a couple people leveled on to 14 or something. And then I think some people will be starting new or fresh, so... Like an avatar? Yeah, like an avatar. I was thinking about, like, well, yeah, maybe like an avatar, but then also, like, maybe like a specialized kind of short duration buff, like, depending on what... And it wouldn't stack with each other, so you'd have to place the proper one on people in the group or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I think something like an avatar would be nice. But maybe that's later on. I don't know. Oh, nice. You have a level 9. Beautiful. What if druids have a chance to give a 3-tick hot? A 3-tick hot? What do you mean a chance? Give druid a cast speed buff would act as a polar opposite to shaman, and people wouldn't be sad at the fact they have a druid and not a shaman. When it's just more melee focused, when it's caster focused. Are people sad that they have a druid in their group? In M&M? And Wizard has spell haste, so that would kind of overlap a bit. Drew's really OP right now. What's up, Derp Alert? Hi, Vivi. Something again? I think at this point, just making sure the main buffs from the 3 healers don't get overwritten when you have all 3 in the group. Yeah, I mean, currently they don't, right? Like, they do stack, of course. She said say something to her. Hi, Vivian. It's your dad. I'm getting embarrassed. Nah, it's fine. I don't think all healers should be able to res. Yeah, that's I don't think that either. That's why I didn't do it, you know? Did she? I love you, Vivian. No swearing, chat. Oh man. Wholesome dad moment. Which healers would you want to cast res spells? Also, would all healers be able to mitigate XP loss even if they can't res you on the spot? No, so clerics and paladins are the ones with res. Druids will have a mount animal res, like an animal, like your pack animals, your mounts and stuff. And then shamans will potentially have something like a white protection or maybe like a divine intervention type thing. But more spirit focused, like a spirit thing. Yeah, I will, Stinso, thank you. Yeah, Paladin isn't as good as the Cleric on the reses, but, yeah. We're talking about, buffs. The, Cleric and Druid buffs, and seeing if they should both kind of give, health and AC. You know, I'm kind of off the health and AC now a little bit. Like, I don't want to trivialize things. I really don't want to trivialize things, and I don't know if I want to really homogenize things either. Like, I kind of designed it how I did because it felt like the right thing to do, but then again, like, maybe the druid buff, like, maybe it needs to be a higher AC value or something, or I don't know. Less is more? Yeah, sometimes it is. Well, cool. Guess we solved this task. Just don't do anything. Man, this is an easy day. I don't have to do anything. Thanks, chat. Thanks for talking me off the ledge. Clerics don't have block yet, but what do you guys think? You guys pro on cleric block? Just chill back and drink that Kirky? I think I might do that. I think I might do that. Yeah. Cleric needs block. We could just make it like a lower skill cap too, you know? Yeah, but okay, so if cleric gets blocked, does shaman and druid suddenly need to get blocked? Like, does like other classes need to get blocked? You know what I mean? No? The cleric has plate. Give him block. Why have a shield if you can't block? Well, you just kind of hold it there, and it's like more armor, you know? You're not like skilled enough to block, but you like, yeah, I don't know, man. Just. Cleric has Divine Arbitration spell? Divine Arbitration? Oh. No. It does not. You'll end up with every shield wearer wanting block. What is Druid's form of Hot G and M&M? They don't really have one yet. Like, Hot G was pretty good. Like, it was a pretty... Yeah, it was a significant amount of, like, mana regen. So, like the nature skin gives you something, right? Oh no, I think it only gives you health regen. Yeah. So there is no mana regen on the druid buff. But that isn't to say there couldn't potentially be 2 HP on nature skin. Seems eh. Well, it does stack with regen. But yeah, I mean, it could be better, right? Like, nature skin. I mean, we can up that. We can up that. So let me look at... Up and gives lower ranks some regen? Yeah, I think that might be fun. Well, let's see. How about just give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across the board? You'd like skin and Martin in AC. Let's do... this is gonna be annoying. Let me just do this. Oh, why am I inserting? Do, that. Okay. Oh, change this. Change this. Change this. Wait, I was inserting for a reason. I'm stupid. I don't know if this matters, but God, I'm fried. Um. All right. I think those two 11-hour days are catching up to me. All right. I'm gonna delete of nature. Oh, interesting. I messed up on that one. That wasn't even gonna provide regen. Alright, so let's delete that. Okay. I think we're good here. Nick would be fun for some flavor abilities that don't really affect balance. For example, double attack at some very low value on cleric, sort of like bard, melee, and EQ. So we may be doing that via skill specializations. Like maybe being able to obtain that via like a different, like various skills. Like, for example, if you like specialized into like bludgeoning weapons as a druid or something, then that class might be able to obtain double attack while using bludgeoning weapons. So you can have like your ultra meme spec druid, or like your bone knight can have like specialize into slashing, and then you can like, well, not slashing. I mean, I guess slashing, yeah, because then you could do like a double attack scythe bone knight or something, you know, like. All right, so cool. Okay, so they got that regen now. Let's do if a class can pick tracker at creation, do they get tracking at level 1? Oh, I gotta look into that. I need to look into traits. We gotta finalize traits soon. Dual wield with double throw. That's kind of... That would be pretty nutty, actually. Nick, is there a reason the HPR couldn't be VAR2 of the buff instead of needing it a new entry for the HPR? Yeah. Yeah, there is a reason. Basically, buff effects that are stats. Each of these is a different stat. You can't just put like the stat here. It wouldn't work. Like it wouldn't skip because if R1 is the minimum stat, so the stat at the low end and then the stat at the high end, and then VAR3 is the mid level, the max level. So say it's if VAR3 is 1 and VAR4 is 16, then you'll have say like 20 at level 1, and then like say 40 is here, then you have 40 at 16, right? So stat at min level, stat at max level, min level, max level, and then there's some other stuff here. All right, let's. I still gotta also add it to the baseline buffs. Like skin. I wrote errors to say. Search for skin. Oh, that will not work. Let's do this. Their armor class by 5. Health regeneration by 1. Regeneration by 2. Regeneration by 3. Regeneration by 4. Then nature skin. Change that. Push that to 5. Alright. General abilities. Wood skin line. Wood skin now also grants 1 health regeneration. Stone skin. Steel skin. Diamond skin. Nature skin health regeneration increased from 2 to 5. Nick, what kind of gold sinks are there going to be in places to control inflation? It's a good question. I want to do more with reagents, but I mean, obviously, food and drink is something. I'm trying to think though, like. Housing, yeah, housing for sure. Housing is definitely, yeah, mounts, expeditions, gambling, yes, gambling, market stalls. Oh, how about, if you don't want to sell your stuff, you have to, have somebody else sell it for commission, the, consignment bags. Any giveaways today? I think we could probably do a giveaway at some point. The state of the in-game economy is of great concern. Yeah. What are the giveaways for? They're for alpha keys. Are alpha testers going to receive buddy keys for beta? I don't know that we've like guaranteed them. We just added the feature to. It helps with the guild invites. But I don't know. Maybe we do give everybody a buddy key. That's a possibility. No, it doesn't, Matt Cannibal. Not currently, at least. Oh, thanks, bro, for show. I appreciate that. Yeah, alpha's going. Beta starts in March. Oh yeah, here I'll. I mean, that'll only take a couple minutes, right? I could take a quick little break. Yeah, yeah. Guys, I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom anyways. I'll be back real quick. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. My wife and daughter will be, because they both got them. I just got some Roska. Can you confirm that Sean spoke about the ability to possibly pay as the bad guys to monster races in the future, like orcs? Yeah, I mean, that will be an eventuality for sure. It's just a matter of when. What's up, Sean Heidi? What's going on, man? Yo, what's up, Tiki Torch? You're loving the stream every day grind? Yeah, it's kind of fun, isn't it? Right, Synlytic? You have to beat Tim the Tat Man again? Yeah. I should find that screenshot and show everybody. Should I find it? Yeah, I've got a claim to fame. Let me try to find it. Oh, I know where I can find it. Guys, I used to be big time, and this is how you know. This is how you know. Used to be big time here. Yeah, I screenshotted that because I was like, oh my god. Yeah, he is. He is. He's like, huh? Dude, look at old Tim. Well, young Tim. He had hair. Yeah, good times. Raynad Tempo Storm? Yeah. Reynad was my old boss. Bizarre ain't doing so well. Is that so? I gotta pull a Reynad, dude. Because, so, Reynad went down this whole game development route. But it's so funny because, like, occasionally he'll turn his stream on. And then, like, he's not even playing any games or anything. Or even showing the game. It's him full screen. And he's just smoking like a fat blunt every time. Talking about his game. And his hair is so long now. He's just got really long hair and just smokes blunts. And talks about his game. So I was like, damn, dude, maybe I should, like, I'm doing this whole game dev thing. Like, maybe that's the next play. This is what all the cool game dev people are doing. I guess. Could you imagine me just sitting here with a Kirkland and a Kirkland and blunts? He sounds like a real piece of work. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with smoking a blunt. It's just, you know, I don't know that it's gonna be my speed or anything. Need a cold brew emote? So you need speed. That's not what I meant. Nothing beats Reynad salt videos from Hearthstone. Classic stuff. Yeah, he was pretty salty. Maybe that's why I was on Tempo Storm. I was also I was pretty much of a salt lord in HOTS. Seek the Kirkland. Was I in HGC? No, I stopped playing competitive before HGC started. I was. You ever get called a hacker in HOTS? I don't know if you could even, like, so they removed all chat at some point, so you couldn't even get called a hacker. But there was a fair amount of shit talking in my direction for sure. Am I the last hot streamer? No, I was definitely not the last hot streamer. I got out of there before a lot of people did. Started on my next journey while people were still doing the thing. Ever get called a hacker at M&M? Yeah, every day on my stream when I use my GM run speed. Or when I run around in a public playtest like this, they're like, somebody's speed hacking. I quit right before the Cho'Gall patch came out, and I think I was done pretty much. So I didn't really play much Cho'Gall. See you later, Pixie Moon Magic. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. What zone is off the path up there? That's a secret. That's a secret. One of the zones that connects is Keeper's Bite, but there will be some other connections that are definitely secret. Can I run inside the Emerald City? The Emerald City? Are you talking about the Tree City? Can we get a con indicator for when a mob is rare / named? Would help to identify that it's a rare spawn or not. It's a decent idea. I just don't know that we're super super into those distinctions, like making them like super obvious like that. I think we want you to kind of use like the context clue of like the naming of the. This is an amazing shot. Holy. Look at that, dude. Yeah, I want to screenshot this. RTX on? Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, like, I think it's a decent suggestion. I don't think that other people on the team will be into it. You're glad you chose this lightning over Unity's. Are you messing with me, Synlytic? I'm gonna tell my kids this is Unreal Engine 5. We are using a Unity renderer though. Like this is HDRP. I mean Unity. This is I mean that's technically Unity's light renderer. It's just the good one, right? Fog does so much for lighting, it's insane. Yeah. I mean, one game that recently that did really like the fog plus lighting combo just went crazy is Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Dude, that game looks phenomenal. In my opinion, at least. Show everyone your screenshots? There's some spoilers in there. I don't want to spoil people. But yeah. I really like... I really like the graphics in that game. Hey, House, are you trolling me? I'm not sure if anyone is trolling me anymore. First, I got told this isn't Unity. If you're serious, like that's cool. I'm just making sure. Yeah, you're trolling me. Okay. Never heard of that game. What is it? I feel like I'm not doing enough game development to justify me being in the software and game development category, guys. So let's say done. Woodskin line now has health regeneration. / nature skin health regen improved. I guess we could just delete this because we decided I guess we're not doing it. We may do it in the future. I want a better grasp on the balance of the game. Is there a legally distinct cool thing in-game for paladins? I can't confirm or deny that. There's definitely no Ghoulbane. I'll tell you that. What about Shaman caster buffs or procs? What do you mean caster buffs? Like stat buffs, or you're saying like give them a buff that gives them a proc on their spell cast? Either you are using URP or BRP for lighting, unless you have a third party. Just open my editor and that's the two options. We're using HDRP. Hey Nick, thanks for all your work in recent streams. Happy to be able to tune in and be part of the community. Thanks, Clan Crushbone. I appreciate that. Happy to do it. I don't know what BRP is. I've never heard of that. Is that what they're calling it now? Oh no, built-in render pipeline? No, that's not the same. There's the built-in render pipeline. There's the what's it called? Universal render pipeline, which is URP. But I thought BRP was like gone or something. I thought it was just URP and HDRP now. But yeah, we use HDRP. You may have to select something else to like see HDRP. HDRP is, what I'm told is that it's not really focused for gaming. It's kind of more for like movies and stuff or something. So you feel that Spellblade is pigeonholed into using daggers for more procs? No, because the procs are normalized, so it doesn't matter what delay the weapon is. You'll get the same results, pretty much. I think you'll probably want to dual wield, though. I think dual wielding is probably more frequent, if I had to guess. But actually, I'm not 100% sure on that either. I think it might be okay to just use a two-hander, but I don't know. Actually, I don't know. At a higher proc rate when using a two-hander? Yeah, it's supposed to. Like, it might only count as one weapon, though. So I think the two-hander might actually be worse, yeah. You can proc with both weapons while dual wielding, yeah. Mm-hmm. Shouldn't be the case, Splice. But maybe if you're talking about one-handers versus a two-hander, then yeah, potentially. But the slower one-handers should proc more frequently, technically. Or yeah, it's all normalized, so. Does it proc on a miss? It can. What's this about all druid skin line getting health regen? It's just a little bit of like wood skin is like 1 regen. That's actually really strong though, if you think about it. That's actually kind of insane. Maybe we don't do that. Maybe we start it like at a certain other like at a specific level. Ranger Threat has talked about wanting HP regen instead of heals. Hey, finally caught a live stream. Hey, what's up, Dargon? Dude, I think we go to the M&M category because I feel bad. Like, I feel like there's no development work getting done. Kind of a cooked day. Got all my work done before the stream. Like this is a solid day. Like it just didn't convey on stream, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm gonna change to the M&M category just so we feel a little bit more relaxed about it. To be fair, you were discussing a lot about potential changes and ideas. Yeah, for sure. I just want to show more development work when I'm in that category. So yeah, I might not make it like too long of a stream tonight because I'm just a little exhausted today. Ranger procs are forever just out of reach. Kuros, don't worry. Kirky's not strong enough, unlucky. No, I actually feel like I've got more energy now, but I also just feel like I feel like Bilbo Baggins. I feel like stretched. Like it's like I have the ring. Like I'm doing okay, but I can feel it, you know, in my bones. I mean, I do have the ring. I do have the one ring itself, so. Pour out the Kirkland, make some chamomile tea, and hit it hard tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna finish this Kirkland. I think I just need to stop drinking that now. I've got the energy I need. One Nick to rule them all. That's right. Okay, I'm kind of worried about that. The regen change a little bit on that. So at level 8, you get minor regeneration, which is 2. Is that too strong? You guys think? It's too much? Combat music is not likely to happen. Think it's too much? Yeah, I kind of maybe will just I'm kind of thinking maybe just to throw it on the on nature skin and just make it better. Tier 3 plus? Yeah. It's not based on ticks. It's just regen. It's not a hot. That's so you can't do that. Yeah, I might revert that actually. Now that I think about it. See you later, Tiki Torch. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one, man. Yeah, I mean, I could, but does it, like, make sense on steel, diamond? One HP regen at level 1 is actually really strong, I would say. In this style of game. And the thing is, it's like doubling the regen buff for a while. And it's meant to be a side effect, right? Like if 1 or 2 was simply like maybe like 10% of the value of regen, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. Yeah. But like, we're talking about like it's 50 to 100% of the regen buff. You know what I mean? So I think the angle is just leave the nature skin one. And then yeah. I want there to be more than one buff. Like, I think merging them, yeah, it makes sense. But I kind of like I already feel like there isn't that many buffs. I mean, I guess there's Sao, Thorns, Regen, and Skin, so there is a lot. And Strength. Wolf forms. Resist buffs, yeah. Okay, never mind. See invisibility, sense magic. See you later. It burns. Druid is goated. Druid is a goat. Yeah. Goat form. Goat form. Is Druid really the most played class? Yeah. Can I get a what up, Sippy Cup? What up, Sippy Cup? All right. Can I get a beta key? Should we do... I kind of feel bad. The stream's been kind of a bust. Should we just, like... Should we save it by doing a quick little giveaway action? Do giveaways stack though? Giveaway. How much will we be able to specialize within our class? Like as a fighter, will I ever be able to do more damage at the cost of tankiness? I mean, that's more of a gearing thing. That's more of a, like, what stance you're in thing. There isn't really... I mean, there will be maybe some skill specialization stuff that you can possibly mess with there, but, like... there isn't, like, talent builds, if that's what you're wondering about. The class is kind of the class, right? Top speed beans will casters have specializations like EverQuest. So the idea is that all the classes have specializations, but we're not talking about talent builds. We're talking about, like, kind of like you're saying, like the the spell like the spell skill specializations, but instead of just like spell specializations, it'll be like almost any skill, any combat skill or casting skill, and more than just it being like, hey, it's reduced mana cost, like reduced fizzle rate or whatever. There will potentially be like special perks associated with it, right? Like more powerful perks than just like some passive bonus to it, right? Please save me from playing TBC Classic. I'd love for a Reser to have Summon Spellbook and the reagent is an empty book. Is that so you can like summon your spellbook from your corpse and then like use res or something? Because we're gonna be adding cantrips and you'll be able to have you'll be able to assign abilities on your ability bar to be cantrips, so then when you die you don't forget them and then you can use them without your spellbook. What's up, Bear Lava? Everyone, exclamation point giveaway. Sorry if already clarified. Are those cantrips in addition to your existing spell slots, or they take up those slots? They take up those slots. So you have 10 abilities on your bar, right? And then like you'll, depending on if you have the major trait or not, at like highest level you'll have access to 4 or 5 cantrips. But early on, you only start... you don't even start with one, necessarily, unless you take the minor trait to allow you to start with one. Otherwise, you get their first one at level, like, 5 or something. And then, like, your second one at, like, 15 or something. Third one, like, 30. Fourth one, 50. Fifth one, you would just be extra. From a trait, but yeah, it's just one. Yeah, it's spells that are on your ability bar you assign to be a cantrip, and then if you die, you retain that spell. I hear ya, Vic Roll. Hey Nick, have you and the team been thinking about giving us PvP Andes a beta server? Much love, dude. Thanks for all the hard work. I have to bring that one up to Ollie and see what he says. I think that could be a reasonable ask. You think you're gonna do another long dev stream today? Oh no, not today. I need to like, I'm gonna need to crash hard tonight and then just get a little bit more sleep. I think I went from like 10 hours of sleep the day before to 6 hours the next day. So yeah, that's, I mean 6-7 hours is what I typically sleep, but I feel like I need to like catch up on sleep a little, even though I don't know if that's actually a real thing. But yeah, today I did a lot of work before even getting on stream. Sadly, I couldn't get on stream right away. But we did complete a decent chunk of stuff. Well, minus this. Yeah, we might as well fix this. I don't like it, guys. I changed my mind. Which isn't anything new. I changed my mind on stuff quite a bit. Oh, nice XV. Do you dream much about dev stuff? Surprisingly, not that much. I like that you change your mind and have these internal conflicts. It's a good sign. Yeah, it can be. Sometimes it's like, can be a bad sign as well. I think if you're having, if you're changing your mind about things that are like not so important, like not so core, that's probably healthy. If you're changing your mind about like core things, that's a little bit scary, right? Like if we decided to change our mind and be like, hey, we're not gonna have corpse runs, like that would be fucking awful, right? But, I mean, when it's, like, very minor shit like this... But if you oops to hell levels, I mean... Bro, for show, the hell levels are gonna stay. Dude, we got that sick Hellfire VFX on the experience bar. It'd be a missed opportunity to not have hell levels, you know? Alright. You guys are gonna have to bear with me. While I fix this, you know? Was a decision ever made on the LoL single versus multi-target conversation from a few streams ago? Not yet, but I'm strongly leaning towards the reverting that as well. Rip, shortest lived change ever. Nick, what would you do for a Klondike bar? I don't think I've ever had a Klondike bar, so probably not that much. Depends. I'd have to try a Klondike bar first. But then it's kind of like a paradox, right? Because I'm never gonna get the Klondike bar because I wouldn't do the thing for the Klondike bar because I've never had one. You know what I mean? I just don't think I'll ever eat a Klondike bar. Just how it is. Yeah, everyone do exclamation point giveaway. We're gonna do a giveaway right now. How have you never had a Klondike bar? I don't know. Just never really bought them, I guess. Calgary, I don't know about that. It's gonna be a short one tonight, unfortunately. I need to rest up for tomorrow. Wait, is Zukin streaming? They're in the live stream channel on Slack. Can you group buff another group? Yes, you can. Since you're looking at Druid, is there a reason you have to face target for Snare, but not any other of their spells? Not really. I'm gonna audit that soon, though. Because it sounds like some people are not a big fan of it. I'll have to see how I feel about some of that stuff. So used to running and snaring. Took me ages to figure out. Yeah. Should be all or none. Thoughts on Bard instruments having musical audio? I'll have to ask what like Robert and Douglas think about that. I could see it being fun, but we'll have to see if it fits. They need musical audio. Yeah, you know what I really did like about Dark Age of Camelot is the musical audio. But the thing is that I think they only played that when it turned on, right? Dude, I love the sound effects in Dark Age of Camelot were so good. I love the sound effects in Dark Age of Camelot. Like, I could just sit there and fall asleep to the sounds of Dark Age of Camelot. They were so good. It's like, I think that might be my favorite aspect of the game. Lurricane dying? Yeah. Oh, that's an idea woefully inept. Did you go over the Druid strength line already? Yeah, I added the new abilities to it. Hey, hold on a second. I'm gonna mute sound and mic real quick. Well, not mic. I'm gonna mute on OBS the mic. Then I'm gonna mute the sound. Just 1 second. I gotta hop in a Slack huddle real quick. All right. Sorry about that. Probably should have hid Slack, but luckily both those dudes stream and there was nothing hidden. All right, let's run the giveaway. What's being given away? An alpha key. Hey, what's up, Nicodemus? What's the name of that castle on the hill to the southeast-ish? That's Fallen Watch, which resides in the Fallen Pass. Does alpha persist to beta and so on? Yeah, yeah. This music is so good. Yeah, it is pretty good, isn't it? Does the public test server persist in beta? No. Public test is public test. Closed is closed. They're two separate things. Yeah, playtest characters don't... alpha characters will get carried into the beta, but there will be a temporary wipe at the start of beta. You can't see Fallen Watch from Evershade. Voice feature in game? Only on the... we might do like a GTA RP style server eventually. That would be the only server for it, because it's required for that, right? But other servers won't have it. Right, Caden? It's a good reminder for me that, you know, X amount of days exist until, yeah. Oh, come on. Ads? Really? That timing. Oh, I got 50 seconds of ads. Yeah, the viewer numbers do crazy things when ads turn on. Like, I just shot it up, at least on my screen, to 481. But now it says 428. Now it says 384. Which is probably might be close to accurate. I don't know. So the magic words: giveaway, giveaway, giveaway. It would be handy 68, and I will start giving away more keys like that. I mean, I do it sometimes. But right now the alpha has gotten a huge influx of people, and we're not trying to get too crazy with it. So we'll probably just do the one, and then in next few streams, you never know what's gonna happen, and especially when beta starts in March, there's gonna be a lot of giveaways, huge giveaways. All right. Did ZBrush fire up his stream yet? Let's check. Not quite. Not quite yet. What's your chance of winning? Let's take a quick look at the current entries. So 295 entries, so it's not too bad. You have a 0.33 chance to win. 0.33% chance to win. So it's not... Yeah. It's, I mean, it's 0.003389830. You know what it is. So, you know, 0.3% chance, essentially. It's 1 in 299. If you consider streaming on YouTube, 1440p is blocked in my country, so I have to watch in 720p. Oh God, that's awful. Hey, somebody, I think somebody subbed and I missed it. Vulgaris86, thank you for the Prime, by the way. Welcome in. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Sorry about that, Vulgaris. I appreciate you. And I don't know why that hype train just randomly started. It's like the least hype train ever. What's a hype train? It's basically Twitch's way of trying to get you to spend money. If I'm being honest with you. Hey, Bad Seed 69, thank you for the Prime. Welcome in. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Hey, what's up, Derp Alert? I'm almost out of here, Derp Alert, so I don't know what you're up to. No, I think what happened was I got a Prime sub about 2 minutes ago, and then like it just randomly popped off. I don't know what triggers a hype train. I thought it was just subs, but all right, let's run the giveaway. It's gonna hit the button now. Playable vampires, Sheer 84. You never know. You never know. Remember Bone Nights tomorrow? Yeah, guys. If you're bored, have nothing to do, come on P99 Green tomorrow. Make a gnome necromancer. Join our guild. It's all gnome necro guild. Melee necros only. All right, let's run it. J9N Cali F. Congrats, J9. Congrats. Congrats. You win the giveaway. Whisper me your M&M account, email, and Discord. Nice try, Derpler. Maybe next time. All right, guys. I think I'm out of here. Sorry for the kind of scuffed stream. I'm just kind of fried mentally. But try to do a long one tomorrow. Long development stream. Try to get a bunch of work done. I mean, we like I said, we did get a decent chunk of stuff done, but it was just off stream. But yeah, we're gonna raid over the ZBrush, so don't go anywhere. Pantech25, thank you for the tier 1 gifty. Appreciate that, Pantech25. Thank you so much, and thank you everybody. Let's get that raid going on over to ZBrush. Have a good night.